I'm gonna sound like an emotional little bitch right now, but oh my God, I can't stand this shit. I can't stand when I tell people some shit and then they come back months later, weeks later, whatever it may be, and basically confirming everything that I told them the first time. But when I told them the first time, they were in their feelings. It was all type of fuck me, all type of I ain't shit, all type of my opinion is just my opinion. And then they went out there, and I know what happens because it happens every time. They went out there and they ran that shit. They got out of their feelings. They're looking for third party opinions because, again, yeah, bitch, what the fuck I say resonates because what the fuck I said is the way that it is. Why would you think I just say shit just to be saying shit? I just make it up. I pull it out of my ass. I'm just trying to intentionally be mean-spirited. I'm telling you what the fuck is going on out here. So anyway, I didn't even post this video because I got caught up in all the white supremacy conversation. I didn't even post this shit. So I got 2 videos talking about tattoos. One of the sisters that if I post the other video, you're going to hear where, you know, she no, I didn't record her, but I'm saying you're going to hear, like, you know, basically one of the women that I'm talking about now is one of the women that I was talking about in that video about the tattoos and shit. So she went off and she was feeling some type of way, went off and freaking asked some people, and they confirmed what the hell I said. You know, and you know what really irritates me, right? Because I'm a black man saying this shit. And what really irritates me is sometimes I don't know whether people don't take what I say because, I mean, either way, it's a fuck you to me, whether it's about me personally or it's about me being a black man, because I don't know who she ran to try to, you know, confirm my talking points, but I got the sneaky suspicion that she ran to some white guy or white people asking them what the fuck they think, and that shit irritates me, because here we go again with, like, it's like black women will get mad because they'll talk about how, like, black men, you know, anything that the black woman doesn't want to live up to, you're coming to me with white standards. But then when the black man says, like, look, I'm not interested in this or that, like, you know, like the shit, like the way that, like, Sha'Carri Richardson look with the fucking front lace and the fucking orange hair and the tattoos and the Betty Boop eyelashes, okay, she looks like a fucking hood booger. That's what the fuck she looks like, okay? I'm not into that. Right? So technically speaking, right, because I'm not, like, this is the bullshit of it all, right? It's like people will say they want black men to have higher standards and higher quality and better quality of life, whatever the fuck it is, some take us to restaurants where there's a violin playing or some bullshit like that. But then, like, there's like this group of black women that always want you to be on some nigga shit. And I'm like, look, chick, I'm not on some nigga shit. I'm not on no hood booger shit. I'm not on none of that shit. That shit is ratchet. It's ghetto to me. It doesn't appeal to me. You know what I'm saying? And dudes with money is just not going to appeal to. That's what I'm breaking it down, right? And then, so anyway, she got all upset. Going back to the first video, she got all upset because, you know, basically I was telling her, you know, what black men and means are looking for. I'm like, they're really not that different than the white men. Then it turns into, oh, well, that's because y'all niggas is coons and Uncle Toms and y'all bringing the white man standard and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't know what made you think it was so different. You know what I mean? Y'all see a couple rappers with a couple dollars with tattoos on their face and they get money. They may not care about a bitch with a bunch of fucking tattoos. But the nigga that's a doctor or a lawyer, a fucking judge, any corporate executive, any of that shit, they do give a fuck about that shit. And that's all I said. You know, breaking the shit down for her. She called an attitude, all type of in her feelings. And then she comes back with this. Why is it that you all have to judge so much? I'm like, bitch, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Because this whole conversation was kicked off because you want to be with a high value man. You want to be with a fucking doctor. But the doctors that you were fucking with were just fucking you. Like I told you, stupid ass. They were just fucking you. They wasn't going to wipe you up because you don't fit into their world. Why do you think that you should be entitled to their money and all the shit that they worked for if you don't want to fit into the box that they want you to fit into? What makes you so special? Why not just choose another bitch that fits into the box? Why not choose a chick that looks the part, that whatever he has is a fantasy in his mind of looking the part? Why? Why not? Why not? Why can't he just deal with that? Why deal with you? Like why are you acting like this man has no options? I don't understand that. Right? You identify he's high value. You want access to his resources. Then him being quote unquote high value speaks to your value, which is really what this whole conversation is about. Because you want a high value man to choose you because that speaks to your value. And if a high value black man doesn't choose you, then it's like he's saying, bitch, you ain't shit. Even though he hasn't done anything to you. He just simply chose someone else. But you take it as offense. And then you run off, talking a bunch of bullshit about the brother. Like, that shit, that just, what makes you think that you're entitled to his resources? He doesn't need to choose you. I don't understand. I do not understand this whole attitude, this whole mindset of this, we're going to go off and do whatever we want. Like, you have no concept of preparing yourself to even be received by a quote unquote well-to-do man. And I think it's really messed up with sisters because, let's just be honest. Let's just face the fact, okay? Too many of you all base when we get to the discussion of high value men, you think that street niggas that make it off of the rap game or basketball players or something like that, you think that because you get these young black men that make fast money and they got the cars and everything else and they're in the streets and that's how they make the money, right? Toasting death and pain, right? In their songs and lyrics, all this drill music and all that shit. You see them as the template. And you see them with the tattoos and you see them with the gangster lifestyle. And you kind of, even though you're not really in the streets, right? Because the woman I'm talking about is a fucking nurse. You're not in the streets, but you're still kind of into that street culture. You value it. You elevate it. And you literally think that the guys that are, the quote unquote educated lames are on the same shit. Like, you think that they're interchangeable. You think that the same standards you come to with, I don't know, some fucking rapper, Blueface, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you went to a concert and you ran into Blueface and you got on your little dress and your front lace and your Betty Boop eyelashes and your sleeve tattoo, you think, yeah, that would probably fly with him. But he might be on the same shit. He might just want to fuck you. Who knows? But anyway, you fit into that world. But that's the problem. You fit into that world. You don't fit into the black boule world. You don't fit into that world. You got to face the fact that, first off, when you're talking about brothers, a lot of brothers are trying to get as far away from poverty as possible. Me, I was fortunate. I grew up in the burbs, but you got other brothers, you know what I mean? They were a B- away from losing a scholarship and falling back into poverty and going back and living at their mama's house. So they don't want nothing of poverty around them. And I said this in the first video. They want nothing poverty around them. And you're bringing that to them, thinking that because that's where you're most comfortable in the black community, that's where they're most comfortable. And I'm like, it just like blows my mind because you already know that these two worlds are largely like oil and water. They don't really mix, right? EL is a derogatory term. Educated lame is derogatory. Okay, it's a put down. So if you're over there and you're in the street world and you're in the gangster world and you're in the, even if you're not living that type of lifestyle, you're not in the streets per se. It's not like you running, cocaine through the airport or some shit like that, in your cooch. Nah, but I'm saying you still admire that lifestyle. You're still like, you still think that's where it is. Like, I'm like, no, you're not going to be able to fit into EL's world. You're not. You are not going to be able to fit into his world. And I try to tell her that, and now she's all fucked up in the head. She's all emotional. She looked like she about to cry and shit. And I'm just like, I don't know why you all do this shit. You do permanent shit. Babies are permanent, but this woman doesn't have any babies, so I'm not going to put the baby conversation on her. But the tattoos, permanent. Unless you go and get, laser surgery to get it removed. But I'm like, why? Like, what? Like, I mean, where is this going on? Just help me to understand. Where do you see these high-rolling professional black men dating black women that with the tattoos and shit like that? And don't try to sit there and go and, oh, what about the other races of women? That's because these brothers is out. That's why we don't see them with black women with tattoos, because they out here with other races of women. And where are these so-called professional, high-rolling black men that you talk about so much? Where are they with non-black women with tattoos all over their body? Where is this going on? Where is this going on? And again, I'm not talking about little inconspicuous tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't particularly care for them, but so the fuck what if you can cover it up? You know what I mean? But if you can't cover it up, that's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Because again, and y'all can spit on it, you can be mad about it. At the end of the day, a lot of brothers in that professional world are trying to get away from the negative connotation of poverty and the negative connotation that comes with urban, inner city culture. They're trying to get away from that. And then here you are with the symbols of it all over your fucking body. Where can he bring you? When he goes somewhere, he doesn't want the first thing for the non-freaking white people that he's rubbing shoulders with to think is, oh, here you are with your ratchet hood chick. And that's not what they want to convey. You know what I mean? And I know some black people, they got a major problem with this. They're like, that's why we don't fuck with y'all lanes, because y'all trying to appease the white people and this, that, and the third, right? And that'll be the argument, right? But like, this is why I said it's a problem, because even if we were in Wakanda, these people would still have the same problem. They would still be equally as mad, because they would be like, oh, well, y'all coming, y'all having these exclusionary standards. And I'm like, yeah. When it comes to money, resources, jobs, opportunities, all that shit, it is an exclusive club. It is. I mean, hell, why do you think clubs have cover? Because they're trying to weed out the riffraff. If there's cover, guess who's not going to just roll up? Ray Ray and Pookie, most likely. A homeless dude is just not going to walk in through the door. And if they can't block them out with that, what do they block them out? With dress codes. You can't come in here with Timberland boots. You can't come in here with oversized white tees. You can't come in here wearing sunglasses. You can't come in here, with, I don't know, Bluetooth in your ear or some shit like that. Type of shit that niggas do. You never hear a dress code talking about you can't come in here with plaid shorts and sandals and Abercrombie and Fitch shirts. You never hear no shit like that. Right? They're trying to keep out the riffraff and the culture that they see as going to be problematic. I never been to a club and, seen, freaking some, Abercrombie and Finch dude, busting a cat because somebody stepped on his feet. I hate saying it, but that's what black folks do. Black men in particular, that's what they do. Like even now, like I go to like lounges, I go to spots that are little holes in the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like nice little chill spot, little hookah lounge if I can find one. Like that's what I go to. I'm not out there fucking with the clubs and all that shit, because what happens? Niggas get in their feelings. They got liquor in them. They fighting over bitches and shit like that. And the next thing you know, motherfuckers popping trunks and shit. I'm too old for that shit. No, I'm not dealing with it. Y'all can talk about stereotypes and all that other shit. Look, I'm not dealing with the shit. So I choose to go elsewhere. And unfortunately, as a black man, that sort of stereotype carries itself with you. The only way that you can diffuse that shit is you got to dress a certain way, and that more in line, not only conforms with the dominant society, but also conforms with, men of means and what men of means look like and dress like. You know, so you got to have like your dress shoes with your jeans if you're going to wear jeans, and maybe perhaps a blazer or something like that. That lets everybody know there's no riffraff bullshit here. You don't have to worry about, you know, somebody, you know, popping the trunk or some shit like that. That lets everybody know this is upscale. You know, people here got resources. You don't have to worry about people, you know, waitresses don't have to worry about anybody, you know, jumping the tab and shit like that. You know, again, the older you get, like, you ain't got time for that type of bullshit. Motherfuckers just trying to get away with dumb shit. And when you're running around and you're wearing the tattoos, you're telling a prospective, you know, suitor, you know, husband, whatever guy that you're trying to talk to, that you're still in that life, even if you aren't in that life. That's just what's so fucked up about tattoos, because like tattoos would be cool if they faded over time and shit. You know what I mean? Like, they need to make tattoos that fade. If it faded over time, it would be perfect, because by the time you got out of that phase, the tattoo was gone. But see, unfortunately, the tattoo stays even if you're not in that mindset anymore. And then the problem is look, people, like, it's a shortcut. It's a mental shortcut. Oh, she got the tattoos. There's nothing that's going to tell them that you're not on what you were on when you got the tattoo. Tattoo usually speaks to rebelliousness. It usually speaks to low self-esteem. It usually speaks to impulsive behavior. These are the sorts of things that men that are of means and stability and, you know, freaking, you know, they're trying to make sure they're all the ducks in a row and they got discipline. They don't have that in their life. So why would they bring a woman who brings that into their life? Why? You know what I mean? Like this, I'm so irritated at her asking me that question about, you know, why do you all have to judge? I'm so irritated by that question, because in that statement, it makes it like everything is about her. It's about her. You know, a black man is minding his business, putting all his ducks in a row, and not choosing her, and it turns into the rejection of the black woman. It turns into, you know, it's self-hate and all these other things that she tries to bring into the room, like there's something wrong with this black man. I'm like, bitch, he ain't the one with the fucking tattoos. You are. And not just small, inconspicuous tattoos, fucking gratuitous tattoos. Just all in your face. This is what I'm on, and it irritates me, because I'm like, no, you did this. You relocated yourself to bullshit ass niggas that are gonna look at that tattoo and say, oh, she's rebellious and she's this and she's that, and I can get away with this and do this and do that, and she's a street bitch and she for the streets and everything else. You brought all that to yourself by going out there and getting all these fucking tattoos. You did that. She got a whole sleeve, and she got like fucking scripture on there, and then she got like a fucking rose with like vines and shit like that. I'm not gonna get too into detail, because then it'll expose who the fuck it is. But I'm just saying, like, it's like she got all this shit. You know what I mean? She thought it looked cute. You know what I mean? But I'm like, but again, if she stayed in her lane, if that's where she came from or whatever, it wouldn't be a problem. You want to go and you want to date, you know, guys that are from that socioeconomic rung, but by all means, go do it. But when it comes to, you know, I'm like, this chick wants to date doctors. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers making $388,000 a year and shit. That's who she wants to date. And I'm like, but you don't fit into their world. And then not only that, yes, their friends and their colleagues and other people that they roll with, the country clubs, they judge them by the women that are on their arm. So it's not just a matter of you think you look good enough. There's a whole thing that comes that a man has to consider, you know, that is living that type of lifestyle. He can't just pick you just because you make his dick hard. If he does, then yeah, it'll be one of them things like, oh, you know, he may take you out to dinner. And this is what you'll see the motherfuckers do. They'll take you out to dinner in an area that he doesn't frequent. That way, nobody knows him. He can take you out. You can feel special for the night, and he's gonna take you back, and he's gonna fuck you, and nobody's gonna know. He doesn't have to deal with the fallout. But he's not going to bring you to the Christmas party. He's not going to bring you to the country club. He's not going to bring you, to the yacht party. He's not going to bring you there. Because of, what you represent or what it looks like you represent. And you can say, oh, well, I'm not on that. Okay, yeah, fine. You're not on that. But your tattoos say that you on that. Damn. And then on top of the fact that most black men that make it to that level aren't even on that nor from that. And I'm saying, and you already know this. Like, this is known information. Hence the term educated lame. So why are you mad that you can't fit street shit into the category that you already know is educated lame? Like help me to understand this shit. No, you're just trying to skip over that fact, and because you want what you want, you know what I mean? And you think that, like shit should just happen for you, and he should just somehow just Cinderella and shit, and the prince just comes along and scoops you up and takes you away, and the next thing you know, you're posting your hand out on Instagram with a big fat rock on your finger while you chilling off of some beach in the Caribbean and stuff. Like the fuck out of here. It's always about you. And then, see, I could really dig in her ass. I'd be like, okay, what do you find interesting about, said person? What's his favorite color? What does he like to do, as a hobby? You don't know shit about this nigga. Nothing. All you see is he making money, and he needs to choose me, and he needs to stop messing with these white girls and Latinas, and he needs to get himself a sister like me. Stupid. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with this video. I'm too through. I don't know when I'm gonna post this video. I'm backed up. As always, I'm backed up. But, yeah, I need to post those tattoo videos. I'm going to see if I can do that. I'm backed up. Anyway, that's my video. SWP out.